So 12 minutes on the timer. I believe we have finally got the call. Getting ready to get underway, and it is lights out and away we go. And James Brittain gets clear into the first corner as they make their way through the S's up the hill here at Rowrah. There's two wide running further behind as they get ready to hit the brakes for the first time. It is James Brittain ahead of Ben Thompson and Joel Metcalfe, your top three at the moment. Metcalfe had a little bit of a look down the inside line, trying to get himself into second position as they made their way through the first hairpin. Then the field streams back past me, and it is, by the looks of things, car 12, this lock-up car 11 almost goes into the back of the car just in front of him. That was Matthew Dickinson, who ended up almost collecting the field just in front of him. And wait to confirm where everyone is, as there's more battling going on at the very top of the circuit as they make their way through to almost complete the first lap here. They've got to go back down the hill and then through the final hairpin. We've got a bit of a breakaway pack at the lead of this field, as there is another move down the inside of the spinner as well, and that is a bit of a crash actually on the first lap of this one. I'll wait to confirm who gets involved, but it was whoever was in second place. I believe Ben Thompson, kart number 9, that's gone round is across the line. It is James Brittain. No, Ben Thompson still in second position. So we'll see who's fallen down the order significantly on this one. Looks like it's Joel Metcalfe. So Joel Metcalfe gone round. He's lost about half a lap now, but it is James Brittain in the lead of this race in kart number 12. He's got a 2.8 second gap to second place. Ben Thompson. Matthew Dickinson is in third position at the moment, but looks down the inside line just in front of me into the second hairpin ahead of Ben Thompson, but Matthew has to back out of it in the end. He's not quite able to do so. So flying back up the order is Joel Metcalfe. He's got about a 5-second gap to the next kart, which is the last kart in this field actually. Excuse me, it's actually Lewis Middleton that went round. My timing screen lied to me there, as can confirm Lewis Middleton just passing me, kart number 1. So he's at the back of the field now, and as I said, it's about a 5-second gap or so. Excuse me, it's about a 10-second gap actually to the next car. We're on to the third lap of the race then, and it is still James Brittain in the lead of the race, ahead of Ben Thompson, ahead of Matthew Dickinson and Josh Wynn, your top 4. So as they make their way through, I can see car number 12 making his way to me into the second hairpin now. There's actually, we've already got a back marker involved in this. Car number 15 was involved in the squabble as well. So he's right down the order actually. That's Tom Fox on his debut to the series, I do believe. But James Brittain still comfortably in the lead of this one, and moved down the inside line, as that was Joel Metcalfe on Sam Etherington, able to get his way through into the second hairpin just in front of me at this top end of the circuit. So 9 minutes still to run in the race, and it does appear that James Brittain has this one wrapped up, but it is still early days, still 9 minutes left to play, but 4.3 seconds the gap now. He's lapping 58.8 across the line, so he is about 2 seconds faster than the next fastest driver. So looks like James Brittain well on his way to setting, first of all, the fastest lap of the race, but also getting himself into that split 1 race, which will be taking place next. Of course, he won't be in that one, he'll be in race 2, which will take place later on as the rest of the field go through. There's another battle that's forming. It involves Josh Wynn. He's trying to battle for third position with Ben Thompson. It's Ben Thompson who holds on to that spot for now as they head into the very, very top of this circuit. Josh just trying to get himself alongside, but isn't quite able to do so. Then I'll plunge back down the hill through the S's into Paddock Bend, that one at the very top of the circuit. Then you go through the chicane down the hill to the final part of the track, and Josh isn't happy about something. He had his hands in the air very briefly there. Still finds himself behind, this time by, he was 4/10 of a second down on Ben Thompson. So still those two battling. They're pretty much glued together, those two drivers, this battle for third position. Josh has looked a little bit better on the brakes into the first hairpin as they now make their way into the second hairpin. Just in front of them, of course, is Matthew Dickinson. These guys are lapping ever so slightly, I was going to say faster on pace with Matthew Dickinson, so the gap is staying pretty much the same between the three of them. Josh Wynn has actually just fallen off a little bit this lap. We've got a comeback drive going on as well. Remember, Lewis Middleton was the driver that spun around at the start of this race. He's just gone down the inside of car number 13, Paul Whitehill, to get himself back into 13th position out of the 16 runners on the track at the moment. We've got a hand in the air as well. That is for Tom Fox. And I'm wondering what's going on here, as he certainly seems to be going very slow. I think he's just letting your race leader, James Brittain, through. Hopefully nothing more sinister than that, as Josh Wynn struggling a little bit to stay on the back of Ben Thompson here. That gap has extended to about 0.3 of a second or so this time by, as pulling over to the side of the road is Tom Fox. That's going to mean that we have yellow flags, you'd think. Yellow's waving at that first hairpin. And Tom Fox stricken just in front of me. Wondering what's going on with that car. So he did have his hand in the air very briefly. He's also, by the way, set the fastest lap of the race as Tom Fox. So obviously the car not particularly happy with something. Lewis Middleton now pretty decent gap as well to Paul Whitehill, I should say, as he chases after the rest of the field. He's a good chunk of time faster than the rest of these guys per lap, about 2 seconds. Lewis Middleton. Chrissy Harding is in a battle as well, a little bit further down the wall. That's for 5th position. She's now actually battling along with Ben Lockyer, as Ben Lockyer looks to the outside into the first corner. However, they have to back out because there's still, I was going to say there's still yellow flags. Tom Fox actually got himself back going against. The yellow flags have cleared, which means Chrissy Harding has got a bit of a defensive job to do here as she leaves the door open to the inside line, and Ben Lockyer tried to go for it, couldn't quite find a way through. Chrissy putting up a staunch defence for the time being, as Ben really tries to push at her here. There's a battle further behind as well, as Adam Gudgeon, Romario Ellis and Joel Metcalfe all battling along. Looks like Joel is going to go to the outside here into Paddock Bend. Chrissy still defending, as you come out of Paddock Bend and then go very quickly into the chicane before you plunge down the hill in one of the other flat out zones of the circuit. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this race. James Brittain 6.5 seconds now ahead of Matthew Dickinson. Ben Thompson's in 3rd with Josh Wynn and Chrissy Harding, your top 5, as that train for the 5th spot is really packing up now, as Chrissy's putting in a very staunch defence. As I can see, there's a move down the inside line. That's going to be Joel Metcalfe trying to find his way through. There's contact all through the field, and they're about 3 wide further behind, as it's all going to sort itself out. Chrissy Harding still at the lead of this train, and I believe that Ben Lockyer is going to stay in 2nd. No, he isn't actually. This is Adam Gudgeon who's got himself into 6th. Ben Lockyer's fallen down and actually might get demoted all the way to the back of this train here. So as they go through Paddock Bend, Chrissy just defending a little bit more, just trying to make sure she stays as is. Trying to spot where my race leader is as well. I believe that race leader James Brittain is making his way in car 12 into hairpin 2. He is. 2 minutes 43 seconds to go. So across the line, your 5th to 8th battle is Chrissy Harding ahead of Adam Gudgeon, Joel Metcalfe, Romario Ellis and Ben Lockyer. So Ben Lockyer at the back of the train, but now there's a battle as Joel Metcalfe looked down the inside of Adam Gudgeon but then loses out, and on the outside line through goes Ben Lockyer. So Ben Lockyer back into position. He's into 7th. 6th position at the moment stays Adam Gudgeon, I believe, in cart number 5. I might be sorely mistaken on that. It's not, it's actually cart number 2. So it's Joel Metcalfe who's got himself into 6th spot. Chrissy Harding running in 5th at the moment and having to defend it still. So further behind, it's Joel Metcalfe in 6th, Adam Gudgeon 7th, Romario Ellis just behind as well. It's now side by side, Joel trying to get himself ahead of Chrissy Harding. This battle for 5th position, of course. The battle for 3rd, which I was touching upon a little bit earlier on, that has now ceased almost entirely. Josh Wynn is really struggling to keep on the back of your 2nd place runner at the moment, but Chrissy defending into the final corner. We're going to be 3 wide once again, and this time Chrissy might just get overtaken. Swooping around the outside is Joel Metcalfe. He goes into 5th, Chrissy Harding into 6th, and now it looks like Ben Lockyer is going to try and get himself back in position ahead of Adam Gudgeon, and does, as Adam now having to get even more defensive from Romario Ellis in car number 7, and does. So that sorts itself out, and it looks like Joel Metcalfe now wants to disappear down the road. Chrissy Harding definitely in the defensive half of this train. Ben Lockyer just behind her, and it's followed by Adam Gudgeon, Romario Ellis and Lewis Middleton, who's now caught up through all this battling. So into the last 2 minutes, Lewis Middleton going to be trying to get into this train, but I see something a little bit more concerning as there's a car cut out into that paddock bend. I don't think it's too dramatic though. It's 2 minutes still to go, 59 seconds the laps. You'd expect that race leader James Brittain will be starting his penultimate lap this time by as they still battle along this train. Chrissy Harding at the front of it once again. This time for 6th position though as Lewis Middleton's getting involved. He tries to go down the inside of Adam Gudgeon into the second hairpin, does do so but runs him out wide with 3 wide. Lewis Middleton gets the better of it. So it's Chrissy Harding at the front of this little train, followed by car number 1 Lewis Middleton, then at car number 16 Ben Lockyer. At the back of the train is Romario Ellis with Adam Gudgeon trying to defend now. Romario's on the inside line, he's just going to squeeze himself through into paddock bend. It's going to be the same story for Joel Metcalfe, Joel Metcalfe, Lewis Middleton I mean, who squeezed himself into 6th position. So a pretty decent return for him after being at the back of the field. They'll be starting their final lap this time by, as I'm pretty sure the timer is going to hit 0 by the next time that James Brittain crosses the line. He's got 7.3 second gap to second place Matthew Dickinson. Ben Thompson is in 3rd with Josh Wynn, Joel Metcalfe, your top 5, Lewis Middleton, then Chrissy Harding, then Ben Lockyer, then Romario Ellis, Adam Gudgeon, your top 10. You're listening to the Elite Karting Series as we question whether James Brittain will be taking checkered flag this time by. There's 15 seconds left in the race, so I suspect that he will squeeze one more lap out of this race, and last lap is the call on the board. So James Brittain, one more lap to try and continue his progress. Chrissy Harding still being a bit of a train here as Ben Lockyer further behind is having to defend from Romario Ellis and Adam Gudgeon still. Not the easiest fight between those two drivers. This race leader James Brittain just heading himself up into paddock bend for the final time in this one. He now plunges down the hill. He's still defending, and they're all over each other into the second hairpin. But James Brittain around the final corner. He's going to take the checkered flag and the victory in this first one. He's promoted into lightweight split 1. Checkered flag is in the air. James Brittain, your race winner, Matthew Dickinson and Ben Thompson, your top 3. Chrissy Harding still sitting in 7th position. Ben Lockyer just behind in cart number 16, followed by Adam Gudgeon and Romario Ellis. Adam made the move on the previous lap, but has still work to do. The yellow flags are out for the rest of the field. They will be coming into the pit lane at this time by, of course. Chrissy still having to defend. She looks like she might just hold on to 7th position here as she goes through the final corner. There's bumping between all of them, but Chrissy's going to hold on. It's a bit of a drag race to the line. Chrissy Harding does hold on, stays in 7th position. Ben Lockyer follows behind by just about 1/10 of a second, with Adam Gudgeon and Romario Ellis running out the top 10. So, to take you through your race results then, it's James Brittain who takes victory here in the first race of the day. Matthew Dickinson in 2nd position, Ben Thompson, Josh Wynn, Joel Metcalfe, your top 5, Lewis Middleton in 6th, with Chrissy Harding 7th, Ben Lockyer, Adam Gudgeon and Romario Ellis, your top 10. Aaron Dennis in 11th, Hugh Morrison, Paul Whitehill, Sam Etherington and Tom Fox, the rest of your grid.
Okay, I'm here with James Brittain. You really dominated that race. You were just telling me as well, your quali lap was as quick as all of those in split 1 as well. How did you find that race and how are you finding the track?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, didn't really expect that, to be honest. First time having a go at EKS, but really fun track. The brand new carts definitely helped. Definitely seemed like there's a bit more, the parry's not as bad. But yeah, no, it was good. I did have a word with Ben before the race. And I said, let's work together and break away. And then I kind of turned around after the first lap and realised he was defending for his life. So I think he kind of helped me towards that. But yeah, no, it was a solid race, good race.
Brilliant. Glad you enjoyed it. Well done.
Thank you.